on YouTube and Twitch. So yeah, all right, and welcome back. Today we're on Dev Day 2. We kind of failed on the first day. I didn't have the system set up correctly configured, but now we actually have we're actually doing it on Windows and everything should be configured correctly. So hopefully today we are able to completely finish and play the breakout game. All right. So I'm gonna send audio here to TikTok so they can actually hear some music in the background. Uh, I don't know. Wait, someone can you hear the music in the background? Like I just put some non-copyrighted music in the background. All right, that's good. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna create the new app. So this is gonna be called a Breakout. Breakout. So is this? The solution is gonna be Breakout 2. Breakout. All right, create a grid repository. Of course, of course. Put solution in project. Put solution and project in the same directory. Hmm. I think so. I don't actually know. I'll just leave it default. So we're gonna create it now. It open up here, but let's drag this. Today we have a nice, lovely custom AI teacher helper, which should help out with everything. Alrighty, so first things first, we are going to just run it just to see how it's working and how it does. And then let me double check that I have audio off on all of my YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. Yeah, so that is off. Oh, I'm in the wrong viewport for there. Went to the wrong one. All right. So to everybody on Twitch and YouTube, yeah, I just started up the project. I am forgetting to like what up, Raquel, Rachel. I forgot to start recording, which is hello. I need to edit this video once I do that. Let me see if I can change the output. All right, we're stuck with the place that is gonna be recording. Yes, I am live on YouTube and Twitch, and I have chat enabled on Twitch. Um, it's just I don't know. It's just how it is right now. Okay, let me restart this because I forgot that I wasn't there. Oh no, yeah. So everything's running. The program's running. All right. The cut is happening later on once I actually remember to actually do it. Sometimes I just forget. I simply just forget. All right. Let's see. Can I create a random? 'Cause I know that in VS Studios you can create. I guess we're doing this code wise. Not today. We're just making a rectangle. And then X tag. Is there a tag? Player. What am I missing? This. What am I missing? You know what? We're gonna download. Do I have VS Studio? Visual Studio. I do have Visual. Thankfully, I have Visual Studio, which will make everything easier. But yeah, the open local. I don't actually know where this is. Yeah, thank you, thank you. I don't know how loud it is at the moment when I don't talk, so hopefully it's not too bad, you know? Linux video documentation. Writer, where's Writer? Yeah, is that the first stream was 2 days ago and I forgot to set up background music, so it was just kind of too quiet, you know? Okay, that's good. That's what I was aiming for. Because I did it, yeah. It's not the greatest experience, so when it's like right in here. All right, we're just gonna create a new one because I don't know where I actually why is this glitching? Oh, cancel. I need to cancel this. Create a new project. Other install tools and features. Let's see what it has. You know the game Breakout. Uh, Breakout. So this is what we're building. Ideally, desktop. Yes. Install, download all, and then install while downloading. Okay. Oh, hopefully that you guys did not hear that because that was loud on my part. This is an old RT ATR. Yeah, yeah. It was loud for sure. All right, let's see. While that does that, I will be explained again. So yeah, today we're making this in C sharp. So essentially, oh my goodness, I'm gonna mute the audio from my computer because oh, to continue because that was loud in my ears. Hopefully everybody's ears is good. No, yeah, just we're just making this in C. Essentially, I just need to learn to create the little box, move it left and right, and then to add some type of game loop, which is basically just gonna be some kind of physics for the ball, so it can go up and then down, and then every time it touches, interacts, collides with a brick, it should destroy it. But I think I'm installing a bunch of things at the moment. All right, let me see if Writer, C sharp has a window editor. Window M editor. I should have checked it before actually starting the whole project. Designing window forms. It's only available Windows. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's great. Uh huh. I haven't touched Helldivers in so long. I don't know what's going on. Does Brett still play Helldivers? Oh, cancel this. All right, I think there is. what? What do you mean you got PTSD flashbacks? Shift F17. I don't have Shift F17 to switch the designer and source codes. Oh, I see. I see what you mean. No, yeah, it's good when it's fun and all. I think I always ended up dying somehow in there. I never actually got out alive most of the time. Period. Oh, find action. I guess that's true. That's one way to think about it. Oh, I hit the wrong one. Designer. Yeah, no, yeah, I was definitely not making it alive most of the time. Let's save this. Enable Windows. Save. So I enable it. I just don't know where. Uh, I don't actually know where my Windows is. But the music is nice in the background, you know. There's something cleaned up right now. And that's my ears. Close. Did not load correctly. This may cause configuration issues. Whatever. I muted the audio from Windows. I think it should be muted. Wait. Am I sending the audio of that to? What mix am I sending? Okay, yeah, I'm sending the wrong audio. There we go. I fixed it. It should not be sending you random audios anymore. Okay, visual. No. All right, create new project. Hopefully now you didn't hear that because Windows has that bling, if you know what I mean. Okay. There we go. This is what we need. That's good. That's good. Okay. Exit this. We're gonna create break out. We're retrying this. Next. You know what? Let's do it with 8. You know what? Why not? Okay, yeah, now we're creating it. Finally. We're getting somewhere. Yeah, last time it was like this. I just couldn't get anything done for a second. You know what we need? We need like Christian non-copyright music, because everything's copyrighted, you know. Oh, why did it crash? Alrighty. As long as it doesn't crash. Oh, why does it keep crashing? I think at this rate we're gonna pivot to like um Unity and just write it in Unity and not C# in total, because this is not working. Okay, yeah, that's not working. We're going to Unity now. We're scratching this. We're no longer using this. We're gonna go to Unity and we're gonna create it in Unity. My AI teacher is not useful anymore because I made it for let me sign in, guys. Let me sign in. Let me go over here. Let me log in right now. I actually don't know my login information for for Unity. Give me a second, guys, while I look up my password. All right, it's that email. Okay. Was it that? It wants save verification. Gmail. Let's go to Gmail and verify our account. So, what games do you play nowadays, Rachel? Yeah, you know what? I should just type in my SNS. I might as well add my bank account. You know, might as well also give out my bank information. You know. Alrighty. So we first need to update. Right. Have to restart that. Okay, so now we're pivoting. My ears. Should I make it in 3D or just 2D, Rachel? What's your opinion on this? Breakout in 3D or 2D? By the way, someone, are you still here? 2D, right? Okay, yeah. Might as well go to pixel art and create pixel art, you know? Pixel art editor that are open source. I was watching a video on pixel art. And it's oh, what was that? You just missed what I said, or oh no? Oh yeah. By the way, if you go to YouTube or Twitch, you're gonna see your messages going through on the live earlier. Okay, I see. Alrighty, join us in Barcelona. Which are the official releases? What version are we in right now? Install editor 6.2. We're gonna do on 6.2, and we're gonna keep it on 6 since it's the same thing. So we're gonna create a new one. This says simple 2D. Organization is me. Project name is Breakout. Let's not use that. How do I keep it local? Create a new local. There we go. In Unity. Use Unity version control? No, because I don't want to pay for that. Alright, so now we're getting somewhere. I have to allow a bunch of things. Allow. As you can see, it's gonna take a while to load. So in the meantime, you know what we can do? Look. Oh, it's terrible. It is actually going horrendous, if I'm being honest. Everybody's saying I'm cooked. Hey, no free ads, no free ads. My bad. Well, that finished doing that. Let's do some MC. Yeah. No, so I went to an interview, right? And then the other person interviewing was someone that got laid off and had 7 years of experience. So and then we were competing for the same job. And also it was like 50 candidates for 2 jobs position. So yeah, it's not the best market for me essentially. Yeah, I would say that oh, I forgot about everybody else has. Yeah, it's not the best market right now. It's like I'm entering in a rough time, just mainly because there's been a lot of layoffs, you know, in the tech industry. So it's not the best one. And then I think with the well, the economy hasn't been doing well either. So it's just been a lot of things, layoffs, economy being bad. Exactly. You know. Yeah. No. But oh, by the way, Rachel, I don't know if you don't mind living in like you know, the areas where it's not very city like. I just found this loan program by the USDA home loans. It gives you a, like, they kind of basically pay for everything. Of course, it's paid back, but you know, most of the time you have to put like minimum amounts down for it. Like I said, it's of course a loan program, so you still have to pay it back, but it's less money to put down. Yeah, yeah. It's a single family housing guarantee loan program. If you're eligible, if you make under, I think, 111k, 111. If you make under that, then I think you most of would probably qualify. And it's just the way that they help. Yeah, but of course it's like in areas where they want to develop more, you know, like so it's probably the closest thing would be near New Parigi. That's the closest place. But it's like maybe Ocala or like places like that. You can probably buy a house. And also they have a construction one where like if you like, they would pay for the lot and the construction and you just like build it, and then to you have to pay back, of course, the money but it's probably a lot less than Yes, yes, kind of. Yeah, basically Arkansas. Hey, but basically affordable housing. Think about it. Uh, yeah. Wait, someone's still here? I haven't heard him talk in a bit. So I need to have my. I wish I had my chat here that way I can see what's going on because right now I have to like I look on this side to see anything that's going on. Yeah, the only thing about Unity projects is that they take forever to load. As you can see, it takes a second. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes I get I just need more things to do because I don't want people to just be here staring at the loading screen while there's nothing else to do. Look at this armor though. Foo Prot 5, 4, 4, 4. I lost my original sword, so it's only mending right now. Stardust armor. Yeah, chanted. Full prot 4 on everything I'm breaking, mending, and then feather falling. Look, I can literally get hit by like a full diamond sword and nothing happens to me. Like it doesn't even hurt. Oh, you want to see my happy villagers that are happy in their housing units right now? Let me show you. Yeah, let me put this full screen that way you can actually see fully what's going on. I forgot to enable Duala. Look at this. Look at how happy they are. Happy villagers everywhere. Yeah, No. No, the only thing is that they haven't given. I need. Oh yeah, yeah. They're definitely allowed to live. Of course, of course. I don't want them to die. And I crash. Oh yeah, no. Yeah, the useful ones are have name tags on them. That way I know which ones. And then I wouldn't say that because I don't remember history right now. So I cannot confirm or deny. I'm a put this at 5 chunks because my computer is struggling at the moment. Yeah. Oh, okay, finished. Okay. Let me just quit this. And it's still compiling. It's alright. It's alright. Should be a couple more seconds. It should finish compiling. Alright, so the first things first, we're gonna create a lovely rectangle, which will be moving either left or right with our arrow keys. Depending on which system it has. I think this still has the old system keys. So let me go to Unity Docs for that. No. You need to use your manual. Um, let's see. Oh, you know what I was thinking? I was thinking of creating a little yeah, yes. So I was thinking of actually creating like a little server where it grabs a Bioverse per user that joins essentially. Like as soon as someone joins, like it says this user joins and then like give a reference to a Bioverse randomly. I haven't worked at it. I have the idea because I think it should be fairly simple to implement, but I don't know. I haven't tried to do something like that, so I don't know yet. To the game dev introduction to the render site. I need to do for exactly, but also with a reference. All right. So we're gonna create a nice 2D object. We're gonna create a little sprite. We're gonna create a little square. Bam, which is gonna be player. We're gonna put this down here. -5. Nope. 4. Yeah, -4. Scaling on the Y. Nope. 1 x-axis. Yeah. And then scaling down, so probably 0.5. No, yeah. Okay, so now that we have this, we can actually just create a script because we can create a nice player script. So if we go here, we're gonna create a new folder called scripts. And then inside the scripts folder, we're gonna create a C# script where let me find where render scripting. There's script. Mono behavior script player. Technically, it would be player movement, but same thing, you know. Right now, it's gonna be opening it up. You know, I've been reading Genesis, and I kind of forgot how quick the genealogy goes from Adam and Eve to like Jacob, Israel, and then going down to all Joseph, Moses. It's actually not like I forgot that it doesn't like once you read it, it doesn't seem like a lot of generations, you know. And then there's some stuff, you know, there's some stuff in the Bible that are like, I was like, huh, I forgot that this was in the Bible. Like, I forget how much there's a bunch of like, a lot of, you know, how they wanted to keep everything within the same, you know, Kingsmen, like same blood, same family, not marry out of the, you know, Canaanites or Philistines or those. And a lot of times it was like their cousins. So it's like, oh, that's kind of interesting. But you know, it's different times. But I forgot how much there is of that. Okay, open it. Why is this not opening? Yes, we trust this project. Alrighty. Yeah, definitely. If oh key, how do I get the key? Keyboard events. Alt key. How do I get the key down? Wait. Let me look at chat exactly. TSS did not say. Ah, you see, I did not have that knowledge on that, but it does make sense. Key down. So is it key down, or is it Unity? Let me quickly. It is he down. He like he was doing well, but then he decided to do things that were not great. I think I need to import key down. Yeah. Using system selections. Input get key down name string. I don't think I actually need. Okay, input. Let me move this here that way I can actually see. There we go. Input dot get key down. I'm guessing it'll be arrow key. Arrow key left. I don't actually know the general terms of the actual. Key code. Okay, let's do key code instead. Key code. That it. You know what? Let's do A and D because I don't actually know the exactly. I do know. I just haven't touched other programs besides like the web stuff. So that's what I've been focusing on. But I need to get back into low level languages, which is kind of what C is. Because if not, okay, so I'm missing an probably missing an arrow or yeah, missing a. If that console dot print, I think I let me double check if that is the console because I've been like I said I just haven't done this in a while. Console print. Dev console log. Dev log, debug log. So it's debug log. Okay. Debug dot log. Right. All right. This why is this wrong? Okay, I forgot that. Okay, why is that wrong? What's the issue? Expected that. Why we? Oh, right here. Expected that. Like that? That makes no sense. Oh, what is the arrow? Okay, if okay, let's try it again. Yeah. Alrighty. Input dot. Nice, nice. Key code. Key code. Where? At your church? Key code. Arrow. So it's left arrow. Okay. Why are you giving me a syntax error? I don't understand. Line indent is not. Oh, that's why. If that's all that you're just remember reading this incorrectly. That's so. That's kind of annoying. Not gonna lie. Let me close this window. All right. So I think it should compile correctly this time now. Yeah, so it's compiling, and now if we add this, add components, we're gonna add the script player. So now if we go here are console logs, left arrow key should say hi. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, invalid state. GUI state. What do you mean by that? GUI error, invalid GUI layout state in view. Verify that all layouts begin call match. Process image. I have no idea what that view means. Um, index was outside of the bound of the array. Okay, let me see if. Okay, theoretically, this shouldn't even say. Okay, so let me disable the script and see if it's my script for some reason. Making it. Oh, and there we go. Where the heck? Where's? Oh, it's because I didn't. Okay. Okay, let's clear this out and then let's just run it without my script enabled. Because I don't think the only thing I did was an update statement, you know? Unexpected indentation on the recent. Okay, there we go. Yeah. But why would it? It shouldn't do that because it's. Right? Okay, let me enable this. Let me run this again. Because theoretically, the only thing that it should be doing is just when I hit left, it should just be reading left, left, left. Okay, yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's just a weird thing. That I don't know what happened there. Man, if input dot get key down, right arrow. There you go. So, oh yeah, because I'm not running, so it should be fine. For now, we do that. Okay. So now that I have this, I should, once I hit left and right, it should be showing a console log on it because, yeah. There we go. Alrighty. Okay, so we need to find how to move an object. So technically we just go boop, 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 boop. Classics. Would it be a classic or what? Okay, so let's just go here and then find what would we get this movement. Slide. Gravity applies when gravity, velocity, stop, allow, limit smooth movement, maximum movement. Let's look for velocity. Velocity. Camera velocity. Because I know that it's technically a vector. I think it's a vector. Vector. We have to add a type of vector into it. So I know it's a vector 2D, something on those lines. Here. Let me go to my nice AI teacher. Okay. I am making a breakout game in Unity. Don't remember how to move an object. So I know how, I think I have to get the object and then with the object add velocity. All I remember is having to get the object and adding a vector to it. And All right, that's a classic project. That's great to learn. You're on the right track. Definitely get a reference. Which method are you using? Are you using transform component or are you working with a rigid body? Using a rigid is like directly teleprompting the object from one point to another. It's simply fast, but it doesn't account for physics or collision. Okay, so we're using a rigid body. Okay, so yes. So we need to add a 2D rigid body. Forgot. Okay, so wait, does this add gravity or anything to it? I just need to remember if it does or doesn't. Yes, it does. Okay, so constraints. Guessing it's the y-axis. Yeah. Okay, great. So okay, so we're going with the rigid body. Going with the rigid body approach. Um okay, transform position. Okay. Yes. So you got a rigid body component. Instead of directly manipulating the transform that position like we did with non-physical objects, we use one of the rigid body specific methods for moving. Think of this like using transform that position is like magical teleporting an object and it just appears. Using rigid body methods like an athlete pushing a heavy box moving force. Okay, so yeah, so we need to add a moving force. Which rigid body method do you think you would use to move an object with a physical base velocity approach? There are a couple methods that can be used, but one of them is most common. Okay, so now we go to the docs because now we know rigid body 2D, not collision. Add force. So we're gonna try adding force. Let's see if this works. Hmm. Okay, you know what? Get component. Get. Is it get component? Get object. Get self object. It's a game object. Okay. Okay. Yes, I remember now. So here, public. That way we can see. Okay. I think there's a way to do a private and still see what it is. Player. It should be game object. Player. And then in here, player equals game object find. No, not find. Okay, so we're not trying to find it. Get game object, find object. How do I get itself? Game object get self. T, a reference to component that specifies returns an output T if no component is. Okay, get component. Equals get component. Can I be referred from the usage? Try specific argument. Okay. So it's not that. Let me think. public game object dot get component. Okay. Okay, you need to get self object game object. Oh, this we use this dot game object. Okay. So if we go to writer again, I had to cheat in there. This dot game object. There we go. And then here, I'm gonna add a new debug. This dot game object. Actually, no. Let's do player because we should have our player verify that we did get our player. Okay. And I forgot. Did I forget? No, I didn't. Okay. So now if we, I think if I put in the left side. So we put in the, we hit the left arrow, right arrow. And I clearly did something. Whoa, wait, what happened to my player? Okay. Is it because okay, that's an interesting I put debug dot log, my bad. So it works for sure because it's destroying itself, so at least we know it works just from the fact that it it's destroying itself, you know. Yeah, so it works. Hey, and it works there we go, it works. That's the right solution. That is exactly what we're gonna see. You know, check that out, guys. All right, so now that we have that, so we know for sure that the component is getting the right component, it's getting the right object. Now we do player dot. No, we don't want to do transform position, right? Since we're using kinetic, we're using the rig. Rigid body. So to the moves to position. All right. Sprite text transform dot position equals vector that. Huh. Oh. Let me think. Transform the position equals new vector 3 -2 -2 0. Let's start that sprite. So to this, right? Because if I do add it hard coded, then there's a chance. You know what? Let's try. Let's try it how it's documented and see how it works. Actually, you know what? We won't know until we actually try it. Alrighty. So transform dot position, and then that we do player dot let's do a private integer for player speed. You know what? Let's whatever. And then let's just do private and not player, not player direction. For now, we're gonna equal 0 because we don't want it to have a direction until it moves, right? Or that's what I think. Maybe we'll see how it works out. And this is vector 3, private vector 3 player direction. So player direction vector equals that. Actually, I don't think I need that. Okay, so I think it's just this, right? Okay. Player dot move rigid. Okay, so okay, so we're getting at the component. Okay. Player velocity. Private rigid body. Rigid body. 2D. 2D. And now this equals player. That has to go way up here. Rigid body dot what was it? Come on. Rigid body rigid body dot move position. Rigid body position plus velocity plus L time. Huh? How does this make sense? This doesn't make sense. Too specific. Okay. So we just, you know what? Let's do this. Let's see what it does. Huh. That does not. It does move it. It just doesn't move it the way it wants to. Let's see. I'm not sure how to add force to it. Cause I actually am not sure. Add force. Is there an add force? Add force. Rigid body to the add force applies a force. Oh. Yeah, you're right. I never doubted you. Okay. Public voids, add force. Hmm. Has to be a float. Float. Okay. Rigid body, component rigid body. 2D. All right, so now that we have here add force rigid body 2D dot add force. Okay, so we can ignore this, we can ignore this, we can ignore this. Here, this is what we need. Okay, so instead of just being integers, it's just dot zero f. X Y Z. Are we going negative on the x? X X Y Z, right? X Y Z. We're going. Alrighty, so transform that position. Okay, and then rigid body dot. You know what? Let's see. You know, let's try the intelligence. What the intelligence says. Uh, sure. Don't know what exactly that did, but I mean, if it says so, okay. I think it's on the left. I think is the code is added on the left side. Okay. I had a feeling that's gonna happen, but I wasn't sure. Okay, so add force. Add force, which is transform. Dot. Let's see. Let's see if this works. Okay. 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 Well, I kind of not exactly. Okay. Okay. So this is not exactly what I wanted to do. Okay. You know what? Unity move player 2D. Let's just go to the official over here. Get component, get access. Appreciate the input. You look like it. Looking for golden rules or best practices. I think it is a transform. What I'm looking for. Vector velocity. This is what I have. Let's just tell AI. This is what I have, and then we're gonna see if it would actually help me guide me into actually. Um, that's fantastic. Star, you correctly identified the need for a rigid two body and have a public player speed variable. This is great for keeping your code organized and easy to tune from the user Unity inspector. However, there are a few things in your code that can adjust to make the movement work more reliably in a way that aligns with a physics-based approach. Let's break down your code. And so I added I added a position in the transform. Okay. So the first thing is the input get key versus continue movements. Right now, your code only runs the moment the logic, the moment logic, the moment a key is pressed. What happens when the player holds a key down? The pad will move for a single frame. How could you change this to allow continuous movement? You know what? I didn't actually think about that. Mixing, transform, and rigid body. You're doing two things here. Transform that position equals to your vector, adding force. The first directly says the position. Okay, so that's why. This completely bypasses physics system. Okay, so this is not what I need. So we don't want to do that. But the thing is that there's no way to stop it. Hmm. Is there a way to make it so it goes back to zero? Maybe at the end. Wait. What if I do this? Okay, rigid dot velocity equals 0. And then why is this highlighted? That add force. And I'm doing the wrong thing. Okay. Okay, so add force. What it needs a. Okay, give me the syntax of this. Hmm. I don't know. Okay. Um. Okay, it's like magic teleporting a pad. Even though we're trying to push it, when you work in a ridge, you should avoid directly setting in that transform position. Uh, add force direction in the line. Blah blah. You're using transform dot right, which is a positive direction vector. However, you are presenting the left arrow. How can you adjust the vector? So this, yeah, my bad. Is there no left? Why is this red? Transform dot. Oh, stop left. There is no left. Form dot. Negative? What if I do this? I mean, there's no left. Am I wrong on this? Am I wrong on this? I don't know. This is a great choice if you want to use a pedal to single push. However, if you want a smooth, continuous acceleration while the key is holding, which forces mode 2D would be better fit. Think about this. Update is called once per frame, which is not consistent. Okay. So okay, we're still gonna test it out. We're gonna add it into a fix update later on. Okay. Okay, so how do I make it so it pass, it just stops afterwards. Um, what if I just do 0? What if I just do 0? Is this a 2D vector? New vector 2D. 0, 0. Okay. There's a chance that this works or this doesn't work at all. Sure. Yes, yes, yes. I don't know. I don't know exactly what you mean by that, but yes. Okay, so now it doesn't move. So I think, um, uh, linear angular velocity dot add force transform, get components, mass, position, rotate, gravity, cast distance, move, walk, add force. How do I remove force from it? No, I can't think. Okay, so time speed, right? So if it adds positive, then in order for it to stop, I think we need to add that force. We need to add a negative force to whatever it is. So this times speed. Okay, what if not impulse? What if I do force? Okay, I don't know what force does. Okay. I see. I think it does have to be impulse. But I think my impulse might just be too high. Let's do 10. Alrighty. So that adds a force and it stops. Okay. I see now. Oh, no, that was not what it's supposed to do. I did not see. Alrighty. So I need to add a way to add make it stop. Oh. All right, rigid body. The show force. Hmm. I don't know. I can't think. I can't think. I can't think. I know I need to somehow add friction to stop. Okay. Hmm. Oh, drag. What? What is this drag? Mass, damping, gravity, body type. There is definitely no drag in this. Let me read more of the documentation of this. Force. Components of force in the x and y axis. Okay. Apply force to rigid body. The force is specified as two separate components in the x and y direction. There is no z direction in 2D physics. The object will be accelerated by the force according to the law. Force equals mass times acceleration. Physics, Amy, physics. The larger the mass, the greater the force requirement to accelerate to a given speed. If you do not specify a force to D, the default will be used. The default in this case is force to D dot force, which adds force over time using mass. You love physics. Yeah, this is yeah. A lot of forces in this. To use the example script below, drag and drop the chosen script onto the hierarchy and make sure that's prior to. Okay. Amy, how do I stop something from moving? Add force. Ratchet left. Okay. Void. Fix update. Let's put that there. Velocity. Bye. But why bye? Why are you leaving, Amy? Uh, rigid body equals. Okay, let's look up linear velocity. What? Retail therapy? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Huh? Hmm? As long as you're taking it easy. Oh, this if is moving. Oh, oh, yes, this makes sense. I would guess this would be in the what's in the fixed one too? We're gonna go here. I'm gonna do private boolean is moving equals false. And then is moving equals true. Is moving equals true. If it's moving, then um time equals time. If I did this add time as a boolean, okay. Private float. Okay. There we go. Let's see. What is if time b dot ct equals that and time equals that is moving equals false. All right, let's test this. Oh yes. We're compiling. So it kind of works, but it's very janky. All right. Okay, so okay, how do I decrease it gradually? Okay. hmm Line linear damping. That's a large. Let's see. Can be used to reduce the magnitude of the linear velocity. So where is... Wait, where's my code? Okay, yeah. Linear damping. 0. Okay. Let's see if that works. Linear damping. Here, let me ask. Here is what I have now. Let's see. Let's say you move a good, especially velocity. You got a great idea with it's moving. But there's a simpler, more effective way to handle this in a fixed update loop without timers. Let's see, stealth movement. The current logic using this movement and the timer will cause how to move for exactly 1 second after the key is pressed and then stop abruptly. This won't give the responsive when you want. The paddle should only move when the key is held down. It should immediately stop when the key is released. Mixing add force and velocity. You have this line update. And then adding add force in the fixed update. Oh, I do have that. I have no idea why I had that line there. And then you're using add force is generally bad practice to mix two approaches. The add force method adds the current velocity while directly setting where be practice. Alright, so completely pick one method and stick with it. Okay, yeah. My bad. Let's refactor this. What would be the most straightforward way to use to rerun your method? Get the horizontal input. Wait, I don't. I'm gonna keep. I don't know. Should I keep it like this? Oh, okay. I can't give up. I don't know. Okay, how can I do it then? I don't know what to use anyway. Alrighty. Yeah. 0 when nothing is pressed. Oh. Yes, that is definitely a much easier out fix than my Okay, so this, I guess it's a float. Private float horizontal. You know what? I like horizontal movement. Oh wait, no, input. It has to be input because it is technically an input. And I'll remove half of this code, and then so does it add? It adds new vector velocity to. Why would it do that though? So it makes a new vector velocity and then adds it to the. Hmm. So vector 2 of movements equals new vector 2, which is the horizontal input, which is the 0 or 1, times the player speed, and then vector velocity dot y. Is it on the y section? Which is true. Floats x, floats y. Oh, because y is not moving, so it doesn't have to move at all. But the x is moving. The x is based on that. Okay, okay. I think I get it. I get it. Rigid body velocity equals movement. Okay. Uh, I don't. Okay. So hopefully this doesn't edit my code again and like gets it out. Yeah. Oh. So you're rendering. Uh, I think once I get this done, I will have to like go because I need to get some other work done. Oh yeah, yeah. This is definitely the solution we were going for. But we did learn a bunch of new things about forces in the Unity ecosystem. All right, so I think the next thing is to add a border to this. Yeah, that is definitely a lot simpler. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like it's kind of smooth. Wait, but how does it stop though? I guess because when it's because when you're not pressing anything in between, it's a zero. So therefore, it stops it. So it's not Alrighty. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That actually makes a lot of sense. Uh yeah, I guess I have to go. Unfortunately, at least we got the movements left and right working. Even though I did have to be like, oh yeah, just I should know what I should have done. I should just gone here and looked up because I didn't think this was the right solution. I'll be honest. I thought it was capping. Low key, I didn't trust it. So I think here once it told me to use get axis horizontal. So get axis. Input get axis. Okay. See, I think with this, it would have definitely helped. See this horizontal speed, transform, rotate that. I think that would have helped out, but kind of it is what it is. But at least I know now. All right. I mean, at the end of the day, this is what I'm just trying to remember, relearn some of the stuff that I forgot because it's been a while. I think I might try to speedrun this maybe tomorrow or Friday, and then I'm gonna move to a different project. I just want to create more things, you know. Alrighty, later, guys. Have a good night, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the stream. And